My name's Mrs. Catherine Groke and I'm the teacher in St Cuthbert's in Seaham. We are going to Beamish to see what life was like 100 years ago, and we are looking at how it has changed.
We've been making some food and the food is mincemeat. We put raisins, sultanas, apples, orange juice, sugar, not very much sugar.
When we found out about this project, I was very excited because it covers lots of elements of the history and also healthy eating.
What's your favourite bit about coming to Beamish today?
So far, planting some leeks.
Bit by bit, these seeds are turned into little seedlings.
Instead of buying plant pots, we made some ourselves.
Out of newspaper, that's it. Try not to roll it too tight.
And put leek seeds and we put some more soil in.
FL. FL on here.
Each class have been to a different place in the northeast to look at what happened in World War I to help them get some understanding.
Can you tell us a bit about the cardboard box as well?
We did some postcards. Somebody who's fighting off at the war. He's down in the trenches. He's a bit homesick. We went to the co-op to get the soap for John. Some soap.
What did we go after that?
We went to buy some tea and we got biscuits, so we're going to send them to George.
We decided to do some research into Thomas Kenny.
We wrote about how Thomas Kenny was in the war. He was building barbed wire with Lieutenant Brown to protect the trenches. And he was near trench 1.26.4.
He saved somebody's life because his lieutenant was injured and he went and helped him and he could have died, but he got mended.
We found out that on the 100th year anniversary it was his memorial and there was a service at the local crematorium. So it was really exciting to learn about someone from Wheatley Hill who the children could relate to, and that brought World War to life.
Hello, I'm Tony Lowry. I work at St Cuthbert Primary School in Seaham. I'm a classroom assistant that's involved in the gardening project that we're doing. It's been really interesting and really good how we've managed to incorporate things that we learn in the polytunnel, things that we learn in the garden within the curriculum itself. And looking at Tommy in World War I in particular has been a very good point for them to start researching things. And from that they've looked at other soldiers in the trenches, what they had available to eat, what people on the home front had available to eat, and then link that back in with what we're growing ourselves in the polytunnel.
I'm Gavin MacDonald and I work for the Soil Association with the World War I project. The growing element itself, the Heritage Seed Society provided us with seeds, and these are seeds and plants that were produced over 100 years ago. The actual project is to show the children what vegetables could be grown over 100 years ago. These are Heritage Seeds garden peas. These will be planted last year, November time, and these will be ready hopefully June time.
The seeds we planted was black and orange, and when we put them down we had to find loads of space because they weren't too big, but they needed loads of space to actually grow because they said that it was going to turn out to be a really big plant.
We've grown quite a bit, like beans, lettuce, carrots I think.
Come the farmers market that we have in June, they will take some of the produce to the farmers market so that people can actually see what the schools do.
The children are really excited for going to Broom House Farm, and they are really interested in looking at the differences between farming today and how that would compare to farming during World War I.
Why were bees so important in World War I?
They use them for the honey, so if they didn't have enough sugar they would use honey instead. So honey was quite important because Germans were bombing the boat with their sugar on.
Because our novel is War Horse, we do want to ask about the use of a horse during World War I.
We learned quite a bit. Horses ploughed the fields.
They just used horses and it would take a while. We had a look at the machines that they use.
Tractors came in, and it came in from America near the end of World War I.
We are particularly interested in what kind of animals will be on the farm and how that compares to World War I.
When they milked the cows,
it would have been quite hard work, so you would have to sit there for quite a long time to do one cow.
But we use machines, so it's really fast.
They looked at the buildings, they looked at the size of the farm that we have, the things from the orchard that we could use in the sausages and that we could use in cakes. They had a wonderful time, they learnt lots.
Back again. It's mid-June. We have 2 days to go before our farmers market in Durham City. We're at St Cuthbert's Primary School to view their heritage seed vegetables and how they're actually coming on. These are our broad beans, Gloucester champions, and as we can see they've thrived within the environment they have. These are the runner beans that we've germinated and planted. These are black pod. We're hoping for good produce off these. Now these are the variety striped Cavan tomato. These have come on really well. We've got some first fruits trusses of set there, so these will be tied up and really healthy plants. We'll be having a stall which we'll invite people to come along, find out about the Soil Association, Garden Organics, Heritage Seed Library and what we do with the schools. So we'll be there to educate people hopefully and enjoy the day.
Well, we're making rock buns and rich scones to sell at the farmers market. And put all of your dry ingredients like flour, sugar and salt in a bowl and slowly add in the eggs, and then you slowly add in some milk but save a little so you can rub on the top, and then you place them in the oven, and when they come out they're ready to sell. So we found this cookbook. This book was made in the olden times for the people in the trenches. We found this recipe and it was called goldfish loaf. We put salmon, flour, parsley and breadcrumbs. We put it in a tin thing and we put it in the oven and hopefully it'll come out really nice.
First, we got the icing sugar in the bowl with the spoons ready on the table. We got an egg and then you just needed to add the flavour in, and we added, I think it was lemon flavour. It smelled really nice. We were making it into the shapes, like the little circle shape, so then they can set. My favourite bit was when we got to test the food that we made.
We made a Bishop Auckland cheesecake for our farmers market stall. It had like mashed potato in. People thought it would be horrible, but when we tried out in school it was actually quite nice.
We were gonna quiz customers.
You guess the secret ingredient, you get like a little pack.
This is the Thomas Kenny cookie and little packlet of information that we're gonna give them.
Well, on Thursday, we have to be in school by 8 o'clock because at 8:30 the bus is going to be here to take us to the market in Durham.
I'm Rupert Aker from the Soil Association. The rain's holding off now, so it looks like it's going to be a good one. It's great seeing the city centre come to life with all these children selling their produce from World War I.
We decided to set the theme for our stall, Thomas Kenny theme, because he was from Wheatley Hill. We're going to be selling the Bishop Auckland cheesecake and cheese savoury factor.
Welcome to our stall!
So we've been working at the primary school since September, and during that period of time we've had 2 visits, one to Broom House Farm.
So they came to see us and learn about the animals that we have, obviously, the difference between now and 100 years ago.
And for the last 3 months they've been trying out recipes.
Not that easy cooking them.
And we've had some really unusual produce provided for today's market. And we're just going to go and try it all out, aren't we, Rupert?
It's going to be a good day.
It's not just about like what's in your store and how it looks. It's about like the information that you have.
Delicious homemade scones.
At 11 o'clock, the Mayor of Durham will be coming.
Have you been to the town hall yet?
They'll be coming around all the stores and judging them.
You've really worked hard at that workbook. I think it's fabulous. Well done.
These are orange creams.
Who's made these?
All of the children, yeah.
All made them. Well done to everybody.
Oh, brilliant.
Who's going to take this? Who's going to take that? Well done.
What a good end to a project. I think it's really good seeing all the children here having a great time selling their produce.
All the schools have been very enthusiastic all day. We've had some really good feedback from the members of staff. We're just coming towards the end of the day, our last hour, and we've had a fantastic turnout.